Okay, so what is matrix? Matrix is a set of numbers that are arranged in rows and columns. Rows are horizontal, whereas columns are vertical. And next is how do we actually write matrix? As we can see, the first example is A and B. How we write this is, it is 1 by 2. It's 1 by 2 because there's only one row and there's two columns. And the next one, there is one row but three columns. So how do you write it? It's 1 by 3. And the next one, it's two rows but one column. And how do you write that? It's 2 by 1. And the following is the same, just 3 by 1. And the next is addition. Addition of matrix. It's very simple. A, B is the first, is A plus C and D, which is B. Let's put this B and this A. So as you can see here, the formula shows A plus C and then B plus D. So let's do an example. Let's put A and B as 1 and 2, and then we add it with 2 and 1. Then the following answer will be as 3 and 3. It's very simple. So the next one, the second example, can this actually be done? No, this cannot be done. Why? Because the first one only has 2 rows and 1 column, whereas the C and D is 1 row and 2 column. If you want to do matrix, it's addition or subtraction, they have to be equally the same. It's 2 by 2 or 3 by 3. It has to be the same to be done. And the next is subtraction. It's the same as addition, just you have to subtract it. So let's do an example. First example is 3 and 2, which is for A and B. We minus it with 1 and 1. So what is the answer? It's 2 and 1. It's very simple. And the next one, the first one we did, it had 2 rows and 1 column, and this one it has 1 row and 2 columns. So let's do it. This one, let's put 4 and 2 for the first one, minus 3 and 1. So the answer is 1 and 1. This is it. It's very simple. You guys just have to subtract it.
Okay guys, now I'm going to teach multiplication of matrices. It's actually very simple. So first of all, I'll write down the formula for the multiplication of the matrices. So here you have K, in the bracket you have A and B. And this, what you have to do with this is, so basically you have to multiply K with A and K with B. So this will produce K multiply with A and K multiply with B. Okay, now I'll give you an example. So let's say K is 2, A is 4 and B is 3. So what we have to do here is, so first is 2 times 4, so that is 8. Like I said just now, is the K times A. So 2 times 4 is 8. Then 2 times 3, which is 6. So this is the answer for this multiplication matrices question. So as you can see, it's like very simple. Now I'll show you another formula. So the second formula is, okay, let me write down the formula first. A, C, B, and D. Then we'll multiply the another matrix, which is E and F. So what this will lead to is, so what we have to do is, so it's simple. You look at this row and you look at this column. So what we have to do is A times E and the B times F. We do the same with this row. C times E, B times F. So first is A times E, so it will become like this. A times E, then B times F, then C times E, D times F. So now I'll give an example for this formula. So let's say A is 1, C is 2, B is 2, and D is 1. And let's say E is 3 and F is 4. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to multiply this row with this column. This row, this column. So first is 1 times 3, then is 2 times 4, then 2 times 3, then 1 times 4. So as you can see, it's very simple. You just have to remember row times column. Okay. So the answer you will get is 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 times 4 is 4. So this is the final answer for this. Okay. Now I'll go to inverse matrices. Okay. So the formula for this is very simple. So let's say we have A, C, B and D. So what we have to do first is we have to multiply A with B and B with C. Then what this will lead to 1 over A times D minus with B times C. And we have to do another thing, which is inverse the matrix we got here. So what we have to do, the A we have to switch place with the D. So the D will come here and A will come here. And the B and C we have to change them to negative. So we left negative B and negative C. So let's say if this B was negative, then we have to change it to positive. So this is the formula for the inverse matrix basically. So I'll give you an example now. So let's say we have the matrix 4, negative 5, 3, 2. Let's say this is A. Now we have to find the inverse of A. So inverse of A is, first, if you guys remember, we have to times this 4 times with 2. So let's see, just write here 1 over 4, 2, then minus with K. Then what we have to do? So we have to do 3 times negative 5. So 3 times negative 5. 3 negative 5. So what we'll get here is okay, let's okay, so in this, now after that we have to change their values. So 4 2 4, because they will switch their places. Then the 3 will become negative and 5 will become positive. Okay, now we have to solve this first. So 1 over 4 times 2 is 8. Then 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. So we'll get negative 15. So now, after we get this value, we have times with each one inside. So basically, we'll get 15. 8. So what we get is 23. Then we have to times with this matrix we got here. So the final answer will be, so we times everything by one by one. So 1 over 23 times 2 is 2 over 23. Then 1 over 23 times negative 3 is negative 3 over 23. Then 1 over 23 times 5 is 5 over 23. then 1 over 23 times 4 is 4 over 23. So this is the final answer for the inverse matrix. So this is basically how you get inverse matrix, and as you can see, it's like very simple. Okay, thank you guys.